Welcome back everybody, Dan here. Thanks so much for joining in for today's video. So, as of 2 days ago, Turn 10 officially released the last and final update for Forza Motorsport 7. That's for both the console, Xbox One, as well as the PC game. And I wanted to take a look at it now and see where it sits and see if it was something that I could now recommend to people as a game that you should add to your collection. You should probably get it at a discount now because it's so old. And I have had this game on this channel before, but on the PC it's always had some issues with, just some bugs, some performance issues, as well as the force feedback wasn't that great, but it's been probably at least a year since I played it. So I re-downloaded it, downloaded all the latest installs, make sure I had the latest and greatest stuff, and I hopped back in and I started playing. And long are the days that I would label a racing game as a simulation, simcade, arcade. I stopped doing that a long time ago because it normally it causes hard feelings and no one can ever agree on that. It's going to be something that's subjective to you. And so these days, whether I recommend or not recommend a game, a racing game, sim, whatever, is going to be based on how fun it is to play, the playability, how much enjoyment you get out of it, and then how long you can enjoy it, the replayability, I guess you could call it. Forza has always been one of those games that it's got a tremendous amount of customization you can do, just hundreds and hundreds of cars, and it's just endless. So from a car lover standpoint, Forza is great. Where it had issues on the PC, like I said, was it was just very buggy because it was a port. The wheel just didn't feel that great compared to what we're used to. But I am very happy to say that playing it these last couple of days since this update, it's very refreshing. It is a lot more fun. They've added in a lot more features that I've really been enjoying, and they did at least one, I know of one major update they did on the force feedback, but it may have been several over the course of the last year or so, but they all, whether one or multiple, have collectively added up to what I would consider really good force feedback. I actually really like the force feedback. It's over and beyond what it was previously when I tried it. You definitely get a really good connection with the car. You feel what's going on. You definitely feel the curbs a lot more, and it's a natural feeling. And then one of the issues I was having before was that pretty much the simulation steering just felt broken. It just was not working well. And now, running with simulation steering with this new force feedback and maybe even some tweaks to the physics, it seems like, you feel very connected with the car. It feels very natural. And I was pleasantly surprised and was just having a blast. I've done race after race and just test driving various cars, customizing them, and if you're a car lover, it's really, really good. I'm also pleased to say that the performance of the title is definitely a lot better. Like I said, the bugginess before was really annoying. It was very stuttery, even on a very high-end machine like I have, but now it's just butter smooth. There's a very occasional frame drop, but for the most part, it's producing very flawless, smooth images and video and things like that, and it's really, really fun, and I'm going to spend a lot more time on it. So, definitely if you maybe already own this on the Xbox and you play with the controller, it may be time to now download it on your Windows 10 machine and actually give it a try with your racing wheel, because it is a lot of fun. And then the last thing that they added into it that I think is really cool, especially coming from my background, I used to drag race. That's something that I loved to do, legitimate drag racing. I've had a couple of cars that I used to race. And they've introduced this new drag racing, and I know they've always had kind of a form of drag racing, but they've actually introduced a new form of drag racing that actually incorporates the tree, the staging lights, and all that good stuff. So that's really, really cool. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. And the traction levels are more realistic. So that's something that I've been wishing that a developer would create for a long time, was a accurate drag racing game with good physics, and not like a cartoon, not like a game that you play on mobile or something like that, like a legitimate drag racing game that we could play with our wheel. And right now on the PC, Forza Motorsport 7 is pretty much the closest you can get, and it's really, really good. I spent several hours, and I would just pick various cars and just see the fastest times I could get in a quarter mile. And it's very cool because you can see your reaction time, your speed, your trap times, stuff that has never been included ever in the Forza franchise. And it's been years and years and years since there were actual decent drag racing games that actually had that built into the game. So it's just a pleasant surprise. I didn't know it was there, but it's definitely something you'll want to check out. So if you've had the game sitting and you haven't played it in a long time, it's probably worth booting it back up, loading it back in your system, and giving it another whirl, because it seems to be in a definitely a playable state. It's fun. The replayability is there. You can spend hours and hours and hours customizing cars, driving them around, all that good stuff. And the racing is pretty fun. The AI is okay. It's not perfect. They do some weird things every now and then because it's the drivatars. But yeah, they're good. It makes for surprising racing because the AI does things that you're not expecting. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, basically I'm going to add that there. But I just wanted to make this video because I've been playing Forza Motorsport 7 now for a couple days since the update, and I've really been enjoying it. So if you have it, go ahead and re-download it, give it another try with your wheel. It seems like they have fixed a bunch of the issues they were having with mapping separate pedals and stuff like that. It seems like all that is working now. And yeah, so give it a try. If you don't own it, I'm sure you could probably get it on a discount now. I'm sure it's not full price. I would assume. I actually didn't look because I already owned it, but just hop on the Microsoft Store and see what it is. If it still is full price, I don't know that I'd pay full price for it unless you just really like customizing cars and you also think you might play on the Xbox as well. But definitely if you already own it, or if you can get it for a discounted price, definitely check it out. Give it a try. It's just a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys will give that a try. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy this video. If you do, drop a like for me. I do appreciate it as always. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video.